In number 16, we're supposed to classify the numbers by placing an X in the appropriate boxes. So whether numbers are real, well, everything you guys have ever learned about are real numbers, so we can actually automatically classify all of them as real. You'll learn about numbers that aren't real in Algebra 2. Rational means we can write it as a fraction. Irrational means we can't write it as a fraction. They're the crazy ones that go on forever and don't repeat. Integers are kind of like our counting line numbers, and wholes are our counting numbers, but just 0 in the positives. So square root of 4, we can think of that as 2. It is rational. I could write it as a fraction, 2 over 1. If it's rational, it can't be irrational. It is a counting line number, and since it's positive, it is whole. 5.3, repeating, 5 1/3. I can write it as a fraction. I just said it, 5 1/3. So it is rational. It can't be both rational and irrational, but fractional pieces, decimals, they can't be counting line integer numbers or whole numbers. Pi is a crazy number. It goes on forever, 3.141, and it keeps going on and on and on. Those crazy ones, they're irrational. And of course, decimal pieces can't be integers or wholes. Square root of 20. Now, the square root of 20, square root of 16 is a nice one. That's a perfect square. That's 4. And the square root of 25, that's a nice one. The square root of 25 is 5. But the square root of 20 is not a nice one. It's not a perfect square. And anytime you have that, a square root of an imperfect square, it's going to be a crazy one that goes on forever and doesn't repeat. So it's going to be irrational, and since it goes on forever and doesn't repeat, it automatically cannot be an integer or a whole number.